What's up, guys? Should be live. What's up, guys? We should be live. How are you? Good? Great? Cool. Hey, this specific section, we're going to do a live on something. It's a special little strategy. Okay. This special little strategy is, in a sense, how to win without ever needing to try. Okay. It's a strategy. It's a system. So that being said, we're going to dive in. I'm going to show you quite a few things, and we're going to actually build an offer right now. So this way you can see how it's implemented. You can see the entire offer. You can see absolutely everything. Okay, so we're not going to be hiding stuff since we're doing a live. We're going to go right in. Now, if you haven't already done so, there are a few links. If you're on YouTube right now, there are a few links in the chat. Click on the chat. Okay, click there, grab your links, and dive into your free account. Now, we are adding quite a few different things, and I'll show you those specific things. So that way, again, it's all given to you. It's not like this created secret. Everything's there. Okay, so that being said, without further ado, shall we jump in to the system? Let's do it. Okay, so what we're going to first do, we're going to jump into the GFunnel panel or GFunnel panel. Boom, we're in. Okay, next thing is we're going to have a few different pieces in play. Okay, so when people come in here, because I want to make it really easy for you, right? If you come into the platform, maybe, just maybe, you'll find some pieces where you are confused. You're like, what is this? How do we use this? What do we need for this? What's this? What's that? What's this, this? Okay, right? There are some issues that might create confusion. I don't want you to be confused. I don't want you to be confused at all. So therefore, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be just adding those few things. So that being said, let's go through what we're adding. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to be focusing on, okay, one of the very first things. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. One of the very first things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling up, of course, our recordings. Okay, so right now we're recorded, right? So the very next thing that we're going to do, jump into Komodo. Okay, if you don't know what Komodo is, you're going to click it right here. If it's not here and you're like, I don't know what it is, I'm going to share a link with you very quickly. It will help you get it. Okay, so basically what Komodo is Komodo is a system that allows you to record, just like I'm recording right now, okay? And I'm going to reposition my Komodo. So there's a desktop app. You can't quite see it, so let me step back really quick. There's a desktop app. We're gonna click on the desktop app, okay? Little pop-up there, little window, right? We're gonna press the record button. From there, we're gonna actually just jump in. We're gonna be focusing on a window right now versus the entire thing. Okay, I'm gonna be focusing on a window because I'm gonna be walking people through step by step. Step by step, I'm going to be walking you through how to create within not only GFunnel, but how to create a system. We're going to build it from scratch. We're going to launch everything so that way it is all fresh. It is, anyone can do it, right? And we'll go in. So now, what is this for and who is this for? This is for the creators, okay? This is for the creators. Now, for the creators, what that means, like what is a creator, okay? Like, what is a creator? Like, why should I even care, right? So there are three main types of people, individuals, users that work within our platform. The first type of people, okay, we call them creators. These creators, whoops, let me pop up. These creators, next to that, there we go. These creators are the people who create. They create systems, they create processes, they create automations, they create. Creator, okay? The next piece we call an owner. These are the people who don't necessarily create, but instead direct. They direct, which is also a process of creation, but they direct. Meaning, let's say they need a landing page completed. They direct. They don't care about learning. They don't care about the system. They don't care at all. What they want is quick action. Is it done? Is it not done? I don't really care the philosophies. I don't really care anything. I just want it done. Owner, okay? They're owning it. They're owning the responsibility. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's my fault, right? They're owning the responsibility. The creator is, let me see if I can make things possible. Okay. And then the last one is called a connector. A connector is just somebody who connects people. Let me categorize that. Somebody who sells something, right? They can't create themselves. They can't really direct themselves, but they can influence. They can come in and they can teach you and convert you and convince you into buying a project or a product. That is called a connector. So in this specific section, I'm gonna be showing you kind of 3-in-1. And what I mean by showing you 3-in-1, I'm gonna show you the pathway, right, journey of a creator. We call it the creator's journey. I'm gonna show you that specific piece. And you're going to see a few things. Number one, if you are the creator, right, you come in and you create stuff. If you are that, you're going to see how to do it. All of the systems, all of the tools, all the processes to make it happen, okay? If you are the owner, you're going to see how it is done, right? Which installs confidence, which installs trust, which installs authority, okay? If you're the connector, you're going to see how to sell this thing, how to connect it, how to bring people in and make your cash and make your money, okay? You're going to see all of those in one live, one session, and it's going to be fun. You ready? So that being said, we're going to dive in. So first thing we need to do is we need to create a community. We're creators, so we need to create a community, and I'm going to show you how to create a community. And that community has to have courses. That community has to have like guides and lessons and all this other stuff. It has to have those things. And it has to be kind of all inclusive if we're doing it. So let's do it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have a GFunnel account. If you do not have one, log out, right? Come right here. It says start free forever. We'll start free forever. Okay. Click on that guy. Boom. Okay. Right there, it's going to have you create stuff. You're going to, again, put your information in or just simply click the Google icon and then sure enough, it's going to create an account. Next thing is you're going to have some steps. Some steps. And if you're like, what do you mean by steps? I'll show you the steps. Okay. You're going to have some steps. Okay. Setup. Whoops, it deleted it. Let's try it again. gfunnel.com/setup. Okay. You're going to have some steps. These steps are going to guide you through a system. Right? They're going to guide you through a system. Let me just see. Here we go. They're going to guide you through a system. This system's going to automatically sort you. Meaning I'm going to come here, right? I heard about it here. Let me just walk through. I heard about it from YouTube Live, right? You're going to go through, okay? What are you going to do? Is it done for you? Well, we've updated this for more clarity so you can see user. You can see all of those things. Let me push the update, okay? And again, I'll show you how to even do these things. So if you're like, wait, you create a kind of an onboarding process and everything. But yeah, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay, exactly. So this way there's no like missing gaps. So this way it's not like, oh, I need to hire a freaking guru for all this bullshit and I need to pay a bunch of money. No. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it for free. Okay, we're on live. So why not? Okay. So that being said, this, right? We want to update this. We want to make sure that this is so clear for you that you know exactly who you are, you know exactly what to do. And if I look at this right now, I just want to take a look. If I look at this right now, it's not that clear, right? Done for you. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Like I'm an owner. I can do it yourself. I get that. Yeah, I like to do it myself. Done to spec. I get that. You want to train my teams. I get that, right? Or screw that. I'm just exploring. Okay. So what it probably should be is probably something like this. Let me just refresh it. Okay. It should probably be something like this, right? Now you know. Are you an owner? Right? You have to own it, right? I'm an owner. Done for you. We handle it. Are you a creator? Do it yourself, right? Are you a connector? Right? You're going to do the affiliates, the partner systems. If you're just like, I don't care, I just want to see, click on just exploring. And if you're open to change, click on it. If you're not open to change, just stick to it. This is my preferred mode. I will not change. Okay. Now let's start. Where are we at? Pre-idea. We don't even have a freaking idea. We don't even have revenue. Okay. What's going on here? I don't know. I don't have any systems in place. I don't have any cash. Nothing. Okay. How much time do you dedicate? I don't know. Maybe like an hour. Not a lot. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. So you're just exploring, right? We got that. You're coming in. You don't have a lot of cash. Okay. You don't have a lot of ideas. You're starting for free. Well, who are you? Maybe I'm a freelancer. Cool. You're a freelancer. Okay. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Okay. What do you offer? Like, what do you desire to offer? And you say, well, I like doing consulting and marketing and design and legal stuff and just kind of random VA services. Like, okay, cool. Like, do you want to update your brand? We'll create everything for you. The answer is no, no. I'm just exploring. No. Okay, skip it. Okay. There you go. This your brand name? Yeah. You can remove it if you want. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Cool. Then it's going to guide somebody in. So let's go to where now we have to guide. So we're creating a creators hub. So the creators hub is literally walking you through step by step. So far that was pretty easy, right? We did that specifically. Now, let's just say somebody just forgot. They or like they were like just exploring, or they were a creator but really they're an owner, or just let's just say it doesn't quite match them, right? Because this can happen. Like, it really can. People can say I'm a creator, but then they realize they can't create, but they can dictate. They can tell people what to freaking do, right? Transitions, it's okay, it's perfect, right? So let's kind of put a place for it. Let's put a place for it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, cool, we're in the platform. Okay, so I want to create a learning system. So let me just jump into our learning really quick. I'm going to jump right here and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to just create a course. Okay, so let me create a course. Oh my gosh, there's information. I don't know what to do. There's so much details, so many things that I just don't know. I'm so confused, right? Let's just say that's the case. That's why we do this for you. That's why I'm doing this. So this way, you don't need to come in and create a community yet. You don't need to come in and create a course yet. You don't need to create those things. I'm going to show you how to do it. So that way, when it comes time in the future, you're like, wait. I want to be able to direct somebody on a journey, and I want to teach them how to do X, Y, Z, right? Let's just say that's what you want to do in the future. Well, by watching this video, you will know just how to do that and how to do it for free. Whoa, right? Whoa. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to show you the complexities so that way you know it. But you don't ever have to do it because there's layers and layers and layers. So let's dive in. Okay, so here we go. Let's just say I don't know what to do, right? I don't know what to do. Like, I just don't, right? So let's just do this really quick. Let's jump in and just say, I'm going to do a markdown. I'm going to do a reference. I'm literally using AI right here. Watch, you can see, literally using AI, right? Pre-prompted, using this, okay? It's going to come in and find this, and I'll show you one of the most important things. This is one of the most important things, okay? It's going to go through this. In this specific section that I'm showing you, you're going to have a document, and you're going to embed this document into your AI, into your business operations, into everything, okay? You're going to click on the plus. Let's say you're using Claude. You're going to click on that plus. You're going to come here, okay? And you're going to add it. So let's scroll through and let's add what I'm talking about. Here it is. You're going to add this one, okay? It's called the garlic equilibrium. For obvious reasons, I market it to myself. Obvious, right? It's my process. I found it. I designed it. It doesn't exist. It's mine. It's my algorithm. But I'm going to give you it. Okay. This is why. I would like to structure this course module by using these strategies. Pretty easy. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too complex, right? Now I can let this guy go and let this guy build this. I'm going to stop it because it doesn't really know. It's working off of nothing. I'm going to press that button, right? Press the button. I would like to structure this course using these strategies, okay? It's going to go through and it's going to read the algorithm. It's going to detect the algorithm, and it's going to adapt the algorithm to your idea, okay? What I mean by that, okay? It goes right to, like, I want to build a marketing strategy. Plug in the algorithm and you're going to have the very best marketing strategy. I want to build an systems of operations. Grab the thing, plug it in. It works for everything. If you're like, I want to build the best chess moves, plug it in. You'll notice it has the best win rates. It's designed for chess process, okay? So, and if you're like, if you want some credibility on like how good this thing actually is, okay? I did a simulation for 10,000 rounds, and my win rate was better than any chess strategy that has ever existed. It's good. That's chess. Chess is a workable system. those same systems are applied to religion. The same systems are applied to all of these different sectors. So if you want the research, there's going to be so much deep research. And again, if you're following the course, guess what's cool? There's a link for it. You can go down that rabbit hole and keep on going down that rabbit hole and go down that rabbit hole and go down that rabbit hole. This is why we have a community. This is why we have links. This is why we have modules. Okay. So that being said, you can go down those rabbit holes, but for those people who don't care to, okay, this is a system, and the system comes in and it will build. See, now take a look. This is a rich framework. The learning structure and 4 pillars implementing tension, camouflage for each. Let me build this. Now it's going to build it following our specific piece. Okay, so now we have this building. We're going to call this one, right? I'm going to just call this one the creator's journey. The creator's journey. Okay, because I'm just showing you live creation, right? Let's just pretend. So we're starting a business, right? Let's just pretend we don't know what to say yet, even though we have AI. We don't know what to say. Just, that's okay. Submit it. Okay. So now we have, here we go, the creator journey. I might change that actually. Let me change that. I like the create, because creators is cool. It's cool, right? It's cool. I just don't like that little S. You can't see it, but I just don't like it. So let me just delete this course really quick. I just deleted it. Yep. Delete that content. I can delete it. You can delete it. Like if you have a course, you can come in and you can delete your own courses as well. Okay. So now let me jump back. All right. Delete the course. Course is there. Let me just refresh back. Boom. Okay. And let me jump into here. Okay. So I'm going to do it again. Yay. Okay. I'm going to click on learning. I just didn't like the name, so I'm just going to redo it. So I deleted it. It should have brought me back right there, but it didn't. I'm going to click right here and I'm just going to say the creator journey. I want to not just say creators. I want to identify the exact human. You're the creator, right? That's what I want to identify. It's your journey, right? That's what I want to identify. If I say S, it's all of you guys. I'm not very like intimate. I know that sounds weird, like be intimate with people. You know what I'm talking about though, right? I'm not very connected. I can't quite guide you through these processes. It's a little bit harder. So why not just say the creator journey? Okay, so now we have that. Okay, jump back. Now we have a module. Okay, and now I'm going to come right here. I'm going to copy this guy. Boop. All right, and I'm going to say, can we send the people question mark. I don't want people to actually, let me do that. I don't want people to actually, like when they come into the software, I don't want them to come right here. Because this could be confusing, right? Like, well, what do I do next? Well, there's a video. Well, what do I do on the video, right? Like it can be confusing. Where I want them to come, if they're a creator, I want them to come right here. Boom. Okay, I have a community for them. I have help for them. I have modules for them. I have files for them. I have everything. In the future, if they want to explore, they can come in right here, right? And then click the Learning Hub and go into the Learning Hub, right? They can do those things. But I want them to come in here, okay? So let's do the same thing. So we have the creator's journey, right? So we just need 3 of them so people can see what 3 we have, right? Create. Let's call the owner, the creator journey, the owner journey, right? Same thing, start a business. They could be in any function of their business, okay? Now there's one for the owner journey, okay? I'll just do the exact same thing. The connector's journey, right? I did nothing too crazy, okay? Create the connector journey. Okay, so I'm going to do start a business. So now anyone, whoever is coming in on those 3 categories can technically start a business. Does that make sense? They can technically come to these specific pieces, okay? So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to say the creator's journey. I'm just going to add this and add this to part of the sessions, right? Because we're building out a journey, again, a guide for people to help people, right? We're building out those for everyone we can, okay? So let's come here. Let me just switch this over, the owner. Just make sure I have the URLs right. Cool. Copy and copy. Now I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay. So in this side, all I'm doing is something easy. Okay. I'm using Lovable, which is an app within the platform, or you can go to lovable.dev. It's kind of cool. I would recommend getting the app in our platform because, well, your affiliate connector system is already connected. Meaning if you work with somebody else and somebody else brought you in and you end up paying any money, that money goes back to them. It's tracked. It's a massive, crazy, interconnected affiliate connection system. The connector's journey. Okay. But anyways, I'm going to show you really quick what we're doing. So I just come in and I update these pieces. Can we update that? It should update all of them. Okay. So here we go. Specific, that goes to that. Creators goes to that. It'll go through and now it edits these things for me. Right. So now when these things are edited, now I can come through and I can say, okay, is it cool? I can then press update, and then sure enough, the very thing that I was showing you, this setup, right? Now, this can be different for anybody. Like you can create your own systems and we have integrations for those own systems, but now it will update this thing. So when people come in and create an account, they come into here, they fill out all these things, it's going to take them where it needs to take them, right? Which is now inside those modules, okay? So there we go, there's one. Now let's jump back here, okay? So we added the equilibrium. Okay, I like the name. All right, equilibrium just means kind of balance, and it's the balance of the balance of the balance is kind of the idea. But here we go. So now we have these. So now we're going to jump in really quick, and we're going to say, oh, well, where are we? Okay, so let's just jump back really quick. Let's jump into our learning module. Now we have learning modules for everybody, right? We're going to click on the creator's journey. Oh my gosh, it's so empty. Let's build it. Let's get it going, right? Description. What the frig is the description? I'm in the creators, so let's jump in creator's journey. Here's the creator's journey. Welcome. Welcome to the creator's journey. Here we go. It knows the algorithm, what you'll learn. It knows those things. Just based off of that, like, I didn't really give it too much, right? I just gave it that, but it knows what it's talking about. It knows what it's doing. Okay. So therefore, I'm going to grab this guy, come in here, right? What comes next? Start walking. Okay, copy. You're on the tightrope. I'm going to come in. Whoops. I'm going to jump in here and I'm just going to add it. Boom. Okay. Now, does it look good? Let's just say, yeah, it looks great. Looks fine, right? We're going to just press submit. Now we have a content here. Content's kind of built out. There's a journey here. The tightrope. How this path works. Imagine you and every competitor in the market are walking a tightrope. The rope represents keep going, right? It's the exact process that you need to win. That's why it's there. We have 4 pillars on there: correctness, complexity, patience, resilience. Repeat is the 5th one. So we repeat and repeat and repeat this in every structure that we do. And what this allows for is you're waiting for your component to mess up. That's what you're allowing for. And the chess piece, I'll tell you, the chess piece or business model or business strategy means that not only will you be, and your business will be the most longevity or like long-lasting business, but nobody's perfect. Nobody. Everyone's on that progression of perfection, right? Once somebody claims that perfection, there's their first overextension. That overextension causes them to lose. Part of the system, right? All of the pillars are part of the system. That's why it's very, very important to add this. So now we're going to jump back here. Okay. Now there's going to be modules, right? So now here's some modules. So we're going to come in, we're going to add this. We're going to say modules, and we're going to say this is the welcome. Welcome. Okay. Welcome. I'll just put introduction. That's better. Introduction. So now I have an introduction. Okay. There's going to be an introduction to this specific piece. So I'm going to add a class. Okay, when I add a class, I can add all of this stuff, right? But I'm going to add this, and I'm going to say, welcome to the, and this one is for creator journey. Welcome to the creator journey, right? And then I'm just going to have this. There we go. So I can come in and I can edit it. Now I can add videos to it. I can do whatever the heck I want to have it built, right? But now we have a system. We have a system that people can follow, and then we just start structuring it. So let's structure it out. So we say, perfect. I want to ensure, firstly, Firstly, that people are in the correct place, right? That's the first thing we do. We introduce and we make sure the people are right there. The right people are in the right place, okay? Next, I want to introduce the garlic equilibrium. Of course, I put my name on it. I was just going to call it the equilibrium, but then I'm sure there's so many of them. This is very unique, meaning if you just searched it, there's probably nobody ever that has something anything close to this, so the keywords should bring it up. Equilibrium. Can I spell? Let's see if I can spell. Equilibrium. Nope, I can't spell. Okay, let's do this. Can't spell yet. Working on it. Okay, next, introduce the garlic equilibrium. Give the options for the viewer to deep dive. This is relevant for all course modules. Okay. So now I'm doing this, right? So I'm teaching, so now what is the main goal? Okay, so there's going to be a main goal. And what this main goal is, like, let's step back for a sec. What would be the main goal, do you think, for a creator? What's the main goal? I should have like a timer. What do you think? Like, think about it, really. Don't just sit there and watch. Like, think about it, really. What do you think? What's the main goal? What's the main goal of a creator? I know it's simple. To create, right? So put that in the chat. If you're on Facebook, put it in the chat. Put to create, right? Put it, if you're in the session, right? Put it in the session, to create. Your job as a creator is to create, period. Okay. Your job as an owner is to own. What does an owner do? They direct. They own. What is your job as a connector? So first, again, put what you are, right? Are you an owner? Are you a creator? So put creator, right? Try it. I know it sounds silly. Put it in the chat. Are you an owner? Owner. Again, I know it sounds silly. Put it in the chat. If you're not, you're just kind of like, I'm just exploring, which we got you too. Does that make sense? Like, we got you. So connector, ... Which are you? Okay. Just exploring. And just exploring could be just like, Cam, I don't know. I'm just kind of watching. I'm watching what the freak you're doing. I don't know. Okay. Why we're going through this is because the amount of value just by putting these actions in that you will create, there is no guru in the probably history of the world that will give you this stuff for free. Why am I doing it? Because I don't care. I don't care. Like, hopefully that makes sense to people. I just don't care. Like, it's part of the process. It's part of the win. Who don't care? Okay. And I'll show you why. I'll show you how to implement. I'll show you those things. So again, in the chat, I know it sounds silly. Just put it. Okay. Put it wherever you're at. If you're in the lesson itself, put it. Okay. Put it. Okay. Next. Okay. Just exploring. You don't even have to put anything if you're just exploring, but just click the dot. Click it. Okay, next. Okay, so now that we established that, let's dive in. Okay, so here we go. Okay, we got this. Right, got it. Here we go. So now we go here. Okay, boom. Did it change it? You're in the right place. Right, did it change it? It did a little bit. So let's copy this guy. Okay, let's copy this because this is actually our next step. I just went ahead and I posted it, but this is like, this right here is really our next step. Okay, so we're gonna come right here and we're gonna say, did we want this? Let's edit this. Okay, and we're just gonna use this as a reference point, and then we can add whatever we want to it. So here's our reference point. There we go. That creator's journey is now added. Okay, welcome, right? And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to exit this because, again, I just copied and pasted. Okay, so here we go. Exit, boom. All righty, and we're going to come back into here. Welcome to the journey. We're going to paste that guy right there. Creator's journey, this. Okay, we'll add our videos as well, right? That's why we're doing a recording and a video and walking through this entire process. We'll add all of those things, okay? Next thing is the switch, okay? Switch to this, switch to that. So we need to make sure that we're going to the right URL, okay? The right URL. So that means if I'm right here, so let's just jump back really quick, okay? I'm in this class, okay? In this journey, okay, let's jump back. I'm actually going to put a little foot mark on here, or a little blueprint, right? Footsteps, there we go. Breadcrumbs is the right word for it. I'm going to put that there, so that way we can go back and forth really quick, okay? Okay, next, we just did that. Let's jump into here. So let's just do this really quick, and I'll just grab them all, okay? So module, we're going to just jump right over here, right? This next one, we should have had the owners. I'm just going to copy this guy, set up. Whoops. Let me exit that guy. Set up. Now I'm right here. So what is our first module? Add our module. Okay. I'm going to just change it. Introduction. So I can copy and paste is all I'm going to do. Okay. Add class. Now I'm adding a class, right? Here's my next class. So I'm just going to paste that guy. And I'm going to come right here, exit, paste. Okay. Now it's there, right? I'll end up adding the images, but let's just continue for now. We have some content here, right? So now we have this, okay? If you notice, there's a specific piece right in here. Continue your path, overview, right? There's a specific piece right here. If you're not into the place, you're gonna switch to the creator path. So let's just do it. Now, do we want to build it in here? It doesn't really matter if you build it in here, if you build it in lead connector, it doesn't really matter. You just build it, like just go. Who cares about the design? Who cares about what it is? Who cares about those things? Just ensure that the processes are correct. And just think of it as like, how would I explain it? Like, think of it as just like you remember a chess move. Does that make sense? Like, think of it that way. Where again, you start the recording, your very first move is this, no matter what. That's your very first move. Your very next move is log into the panel. That's your very next move. Okay. No matter what, that's your next move. Then your next move, right? So you memorize the first bits. You memorize clicking the diagrams if you're creating something new. You memorize those things. Why? It allows you to build very, very quickly. Okay, and I'll explain. I'll show. Okay, so now let's just say we have this, right? Okay, we have an idea summary of things. Now let's go into a creation mode because we have to get this kind of a little bit deeper, right? Like we have to get it deeper. And it's like, like we have enough information here, right? There's enough information to probably create something market ready. And if you're like, wait, we have nothing. What do you mean there's enough to be market ready? Whoa, breaks. I'll show you. Okay, so I didn't do anything too crazy, right? I put in the equilibrium, it knows everything. So now I'm going to do this. Can we create landing pages that follow all the information and methodology? My spelling, see? There we go. Methodology to a lovable prompt. That's all we're doing. And if you need to define it more, I would like to create a market ready product that brings people in for at no cost. Okay, just like I'm showing you, I'm doing it at no cost, bringing people in at no cost, all of these things at no cost, right? So I ask it to do the same thing. Click, and do anything too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. What it's going to do then, it's going to come in and it's going to develop that specific prompt for me, okay? My next move, well, it's grabbing this stuff and it's going to start building these things and it's going to start doing all of this stuff. My next move is I'm going to come into here, okay? So again, the course here will have all of these steps, every little step for your heart to follow, okay? If you're the owner, you can kind of see like, okay, like I see what you guys do, right? This is on one side, but you can see how we can grab an idea and we can go to market extremely quick, okay? And I'll show you, okay? So now I come into here, Let's jump back. Now I'm here. I'm starting fresh. I don't have anything. Or I could come in and I can use a template, right? I could use a template that I've already done or a system that I've already built, right? In this case, I'm going to just start from fresh, right? Maybe, this one has a decent structure. Let's just take a look really quick, okay? This one has a very good structure, right? This one has a good structure. Maybe we want to follow something like this, okay? Maybe we don't. I don't know. So you decide what you want to do based off of if you have a template, if you've already done this, you decide. In this case, I'm going to act as though we don't have anything, okay? So now I come into here, and guess what happened? All this stuff comes in, right? Oh, it didn't work. Let's just make it work. Come on. Sometimes your AI doesn't work. You just have to refresh the thing. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is this. I'm literally creating a market-ready product right here. Right here. Okay, and you're going to notice what I'm going to do. Okay, so now what am I doing? I can now change this, right? And I can call it the journey. Okay, and then I can come in here and I can say, this is called, quote unquote, the journey. Okay, that's what it's called, the journey. Bringing people in, the journey, coming in and marketing these people so we can get some free users. Okay, I have to do the math still because it's going to cost me money, right? If I do advertisement, paid advertisement, it's going to cost me some moolah, some money. Okay, it will. Okay, let's see if it's working or not. Looks like it is. Okay, cool. It's going to cost me some money. I have to be able to recoup that. So there's now so many processes that happen based off of what my ad spend should be, based off of what my budget should be, based off of what my content should be, like so many different things, like so many different variables that come into play. It's confusing. It's crazy. It's chaotic. No, I gave you a document called the Garlic Equilibrium that makes it so you don't have to go through the chaos ever again. You grab it. If you don't have it, again, if you're in the chat piece, you click the link, okay, and you get it. It is only available for members, only. People that create their accounts. The account has to be verified to make sure you're actually a human so we can track where this document is going. Right? If you're like, well, I don't want to, no, that's okay. We win. How do you win without even trying? That's the message of this entire piece is how do you win without even trying? That's how. You win by people not acting. You win by people overextending. You win by doing the correct process. You win by not being predictable. You win by complexity, meaning seeing different systems working at the exact same time. You win by patience. You win by resilience. And if worst case scenario is if you're trapped in a corner, you win by forcing stalemate. Draw. The whole goal of this process and everything is to know that you and every single other person in this entire world start at a draw, meaning you are the exact same. You start at a draw. Now you have chess pieces, we'll call them moves, that happen in the business sector, that happen in your dreams, that happen in whatever the case it is, which allow people to go ahead or allow people to go not ahead, like behind, right? It's all a draw. So if you can prepare, whether you messed up in the past and you're like, well, this sucks. Like, I like my life's been bad. And great. If you can start now, act as though you're in a draw and use the systems provided. You'll notice that you'll win. And if you're like, no, this sounds too unreasonable, like there's no possible way that this could be like the case. Like there's nope, Cam, nope. Let's just say that. All right, nope. This is fake. This is a hallucination. This is making things up. I'm going to show you the exact strategy and processes into something that maybe you hold dear. Is that fair? If the answer is yes, okay, let's dive in. I'll show you the exact processes, the exact same thing. So this is the garlic equilibrium applied to the restored gospel, meaning this is the applied to, let's say, your LDS, your Mormon, right? Let's just say, I'm going to show you in multiple different factors. Okay, your LDS, your Mormon. It hits every, like, okay, so I'm going to step back. I know that some people hate the LDS church. I get it, and they hate those things. I get it. But there is a but, a big but. Stick with me. Process-wise, based off the equilibrium, it is the most accurate church. That being said, with caveat, don't attack me. Don't attack me. I'm just using math, is all I'm doing. Okay, whether the message or whatever the heck it is, whether you don't like an individual leader like Joseph Smith or whatever, I'm just talking about the math. The math makes sense. Okay. Now, I'm not here to prove a religion. I'm just here to show you a process. Okay. So that being said, let's jump in. So there's a structural, again, paradox of surrender that allows it to almost align near perfect with this specific religion. Okay. Now, let's just say we did this live. I'll show you live so you can see, like, okay, let's go a little bit deeper. And I just want to show you that you have not lost. I promise you, you have not lost. You have won. You are here. You are alive. You are watching this, meaning you have won. You've already won. I know that's hard to believe, and the confidence is hard to believe, but I will show you. Watch. Can you relate this to every religion to determine accuracy? Let's just say that. Question mark. That's pretty broad. I don't have any instructions in there that push it and tell it what to do. Okay. I'll just show you. Really quick. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like off, right? So let's jump into the garlic equilibrium. Here we go. Garlic equilibrium. Let me just make sure. Yep. Same, right? Same. If you haven't seen the interview, you probably should. Same. We're same. It's funny, okay? I do my best to try to be human. No, I'm definitely human, I think. So nothing has told me else or differently, so I just keep on creating is what I do. Okay. So that being said, plug it in, okay? And I know this is kind of divergent, but I just want to prove a point. Okay? And the reason I want to prove a point is because as this is proving that point, we jump back right here, right? Back to the same thing that we're doing, called the journey. We're allowing this thing to still operate, okay? So here's the landing page prompt. Okay, here it is, right? I'm going to come here. I'm going to download this guy. Now that I download this, I downloaded it into what's called an MD file, okay? I come in, I click here. I say, I would like to create a new campaign to get people to create a free GFunnel account. That's what I want them to do, okay? They will be creating a free account at gfunnel.com/create-account. Okay, so now I'm just letting it know. I grab this plus, I grab this attachment, I grab this file, I come in and I grab that file, I click on it, okay, and then I simply come in and I press the button. Okay, this is the go button. Now what AI is going to do, it knows what I'm wanting, it knows all of the details, because again, we had this detailed journey. And now it begins creating. It begins creating the landing pages, the information needed, the everything. And if you notice, I didn't add too much crazy stuff. I didn't add too much crazy. I added a little bit. You saw the details that I added, right? A little bit, but not too much crazy, okay? So since I didn't add too much crazy, there's a few things that we're going to do. So the first thing that we're going to do, okay, while this is creating, we're going to jump back. Okay, so again, we're going to jump back here. We have this. Okay, We're going to jump back here and I'll just show you, right, what this was saying. The whole goal was to just show you the system. It might have stopped. Continue. So that way I'm not just taking you down some random path. The system also works for people who are atheists. It's not about anything else. Let's see. Hey, Kim, we're starting off fresh. Continue. Okay. Screw it. Well, let's just do it. Can you analyze this and relate it to all for accuracy? Question mark, right? Very broad. I add this. You can probably relate it to most every business as well. Okay, so let me just jump in. Most every business as well. If you're doing a project with somebody, you can use it. If you're doing a negotiation with somebody, you can use it. A sales script, you can use it. Every aspect, you should be able to use it because of the algorithm inside. We use, so coming back, the system uses chess as the mechanism, meaning the mechanism of communication, because I have to communicate the strategy somehow. So I have to have vehicles to be able to communicate those things, and one of those vehicles is now chess. Chess makes it easy because of its complexity. It's an indexing system, basically. Okay, I can then say, okay, here's the strategy. Now, can I apply the same algorithm, the same process to business, to this, to this, this? Yes, those just take a little bit longer to build. There's a bigger chessboard, if that makes sense, a bigger chess piece, bigger in most every way. So does this thing work? Yeah. Like if you're doing studies, so why I'm showing you, well, I'm just showing you my face right now, but why I was showing you this piece is because I'm relating it to something that is just not relevant, not even freaking close. Like religion is not even close to like business, or is it? Right? Like, why am I showing you this? It's because it's one of those irrelevant pieces. You throw the irrelevance, you're like, this is just the irrelevant piece. And then you use the algorithm to say, does it work on something so crazy like that? If the answer is yes, you got something. Does it work in business? Yes. Does it work on websites? Yes. Does it work on those things? Yes. Okay. So again, while this is building, I'm going to show you the next piece. Okay. So now we're building this up. Okay. The next piece that we need to do is we need to make sure just it's connected. So let me jump in the back end. Okay. And I'll just make sure that this whole thing is connected. Okay. So while this is loading, I would pull up this guy and I would come here and I would edit the specific pieces. I'm not going to do that right now. Well, I am going to do it, but just not on video right now. I'm going to come in and edit it. What you just saw is, in a sense, it allows us to manage and control and to go in and out of any type of apps, any type of pages, any type of anything. We can massive create it. And we did it in an apps section. So there's apps for it. Okay. But that being said, let me just edit this really quick. And I'll make it so our starting link, right? Where do people actually go? It should be right here. Personas, this, they reset. Verify password. Right T. I'll just make sure that these things are golden. Okay, verify password. Let me just make sure this guy is good. In the back end, what I'm doing, I'm not talking to you. I can put my face here. So again, maybe I'll show you this guy. This guy's probably cuter than I am. So there you go. I'll show you this guy for now. But what we can do is now we can create it. So we have this guy, custom links, URLs. Okay. I want to, let's go to my systems. What I'm doing is just in the back end, I am updating a link. So that link right now, I send people into the dashboard. And what I'm doing is I'm updating the link. You can't see it, right? You can only see Lovable doing its specific thing. But what I'm doing in the back end is I'm literally just coming through and updating these things. So here we go. I want to do home page. I want to do custom page, and I want to do GFunnel setup. Okay. So let me just change that guy. Good. So now if anyone creates their account, the setup piece is now connected. What I mean is if I can jump in here, if you jumped in and you're like, I'm going to create my account right this second, right? You jump in, you say create dash account. Wow, let me log out. You jump in and you're at create account. I jump right here, create one for free. Whether you create it with Google or whether you create it with anything, what it should do, it should bring you right over to your test account. Let's try it. So we'll just say we're John Smith, right? John Smith. Okay. And ooh, it looks like we have a piece right there. John Smith, we'll put in a number 682-330-4928. It's my phone number. If you want to call me, great. Give me a call. Okay, let's go here. I'm going to do this one as just some random password that I'll probably forget, so I'll have to delete the account. Okay, next I'll go into test. So we'll say test. This is test. I don't know the exact numbers. We should probably notate that. But let's just say I'm here. Let's just see if it works, right? So good. We have the terms. Good. Let's create. Okay. Boom. Let's see what it does for us. So I should have updated the back end. It should be fully updated. Here you go. Loading profile. There we go. Now we're in here. Welcome, John Smith. Right. Now we have a system. Where did you hear about us? I was watching the YouTube live and I decided to come on here. Okay, well, who are you? I am a creator, right? So we're going to go through. Okay, is this your preferred? Are you open for changes? I'm open, man. I don't know, right? Where are you at? I don't have any money. I don't even have an idea, okay? I know I don't have any systems. I don't know. I mean, consistent. I don't have any money. Yeah, let's just say I don't have this. I don't have that. Let's just say you're going through, right? How comfortable are you with some tech? Are you comfortable with stuff? Nope, I don't know any freaking tech at all. Like, I barely can manage a computer. Alrighty. What kind of guides do you want? I like video guides. I like written guides. I like hands-on and live. I like all of those things. Those things would be awesome. Okay. Which tools have you used before? I've used Go High Level before. I've used HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, and ClickFunnels and WordPress. That means you're probably a little bit more comfortable than you think, right? Just saying out there. Okay. Next piece is, okay, well, who the freak are you? Again, I'm a freelancer, man. Just do it myself, right? Okay, so your name, you want to keep it as John Smith? You want to change that thing? Oh, it's going to be changed, right? Okay, what do you want to offer? What do you offer? I do these type of things. It's like, okay, perfect. Do you want to get started? Let's say some people are like, no, too many questions. I have one more. You know what? I'll just skip ahead. That's why we have the skip ahead, because it's one away, right? It's one away. I'll skip ahead purposely, okay? Because we still have, you can import your existing users and XYZ there. We will add one more step. I'll show you, but I'm just showing you this for now. Okay, now I finished, customize my profile. Okay, now our system's working in the back end to customize everything. You're going to notice a video that is missing. So this is what we have to do because we have a new creator's journey. Okay, so let's just pretend the video's there. Welcome, you're a creator. Do we pretend things? No. We see what's missing. So we click on here, right? I'm going to click into GFunnel. We're building this stuff, right? It's called The Journey. I have this website built and I can say, can you help me create videos or video scripts for all of these sections? And then I would define it. They just created an account, finished their onboarding survey, and were determined to be either a creator, owner, or connector. Okay, now I define it. So I press this button right here. Boom. Okay. Once I press that button, guess what's going to happen? It's going to now get me some video scripts. It's going to say, okay, let me get you some scripts on it. Now I can sit here, I can sit here and I can say, look at me, I got long hair. I'm going to do a video for you. I can do that, right? And I'm sure, right? I mean, I can give you the knowledge. I can give you those things. However, there's going to be a state of resonance, meaning maybe you look at me and you just be like, this kid's freaking disgusting, right? Or maybe you'll have negative, or maybe even you'll have awesome, right? Because there's a split there. The negative, this person doesn't do XYZ, right? The positive, gosh, this person's just genuine and they're human. Look at, they're not dressed in a suit and tie, right? There's going to be a state of resonance there. So we're going to create a script based off the state of resonance. Why? Creators have a different state of resonance than an owner does. Owners have a different state of residence than a connector. Each one is different, meaning we have to have characters for each one. Unfortunately, we do. So we're going to do a few different things. So I could be here and I could do a video and I could be like, welcome to the creator's piece. If you notice, we're in a studio with some lights, right? Like I can go down that path. Or I can now put it like a person with a mic in front of them that says, hey there, welcome. Again, that's better looking than me. That's XYZ, right? They're really not because my hair is cool, right? No, but you go and you create stuff based off the persona. And now you're going to use apps already within GFunnel to do it. Meaning you can use Hey Jen, it's already within GFunnel. You can use Synthesia, already within GFunnel. You determine on which one you want. In this case, I will show you it. I'll show you exactly what to do. So let's jump in, okay? So again, while this one's creating, I'm gonna move up to this guy. Okay, does this look good? Maybe, right? Let's say this, I want this to be a sales landing page. Actually, let's do this. I already have a working template. I'll copy and I'll let you use a working template because this one's kind of sucky as a landing page, as a sales funnel. It's kind of sucky. It really is. Okay. You want a specific process. So I can say, why the frig didn't you apply this process? And I can say, let's define this. So I can do this. I'll just show you. Let's change the entire website into a sales funnel following the method. And then do you know why it created this? I'll show you. This one, unfortunately, it did not have what I call the garlic equilibrium. I know that sounds so crazy. You're like, but wait, what? I'll show you. I'll just show you. Okay, so let me find it. Garlic equilibrium. Let's do right. That's restored right here. Okay, so I added it so you can see it, right? I'm not changing too much stuff. I've said let's change the entire website in the sales funnel following the method, right? So I click. Let's just see, right? I mean, I created it from scratch. It didn't know the method, so it created it just like this, right? I can then define it more if I need to define it more. That's just part of the method, defining it more. And let's just see what it does. Okay, so now while this is working out, right, it's doing its own thing, right? This is going to be my test. It's going to be my test to say, is it good? And I'm going to create two sections, most cases, two directions, two journeys, okay? Or you can say three journeys because it'll end up adding. You're going to create one that's based upon so again, you have your journeys. You're going to create a website so you can do another one as an A/B test because you don't know what people desire entirely. You don't know 100% what works, but you can strategize for the outcome. So think of it as like, I'm going to go back to chess for a little bit and maybe you don't know. Let's just say your first opening, you're building the London, right? There's a strategy, London, right? London, you should go in front of your queen. If you're white, in front of your queen, you're going to move your pawn up 2 spaces. They're going to react. The next move that you're going to do every time is bishop up to, again, diagonally up to the same roll. Then you're going to move your pawn. So do you see, like there's a process to the madness going on, and eventually you have something called the London. The London is just to confuse people, so they think that you're going to execute the London when you're actually not. If you don't know chess, you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, but the idea is you don't know because maybe they attack, maybe they defend. You don't know, but you just prepare. So the best thing to do is split test. Do a split test. From there, you can say, well, what is data telling me? Okay, so let's dive back. So now you're in here, okay? Learn to create, or let us create for you. Oh, that's interesting, right? It kind of knew the methodology of what to do, kind of knew it just a little bit, right? And I can say landing page plus 3 paths. One powerful landing page that funnels into 3 existing paths. Now, one page that flows. Hook, ba, 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 ba. Remove all sub pages. That's what I want, right? Core philosophy. I want a teaser. Marketing is all based upon the teaser. I want to tease people, okay? The next one, what should the 3 paths that still be distinct options or funnel everyone to one CTA? I'm going to do different. I say, I want 3 separate funnels that still funnel everyone into, right, create the account. Now I'm going to review that. Boom. There we go. And I'm going to submit that. Okay. Now that I did that, it's going to do its thing, right? Now I can come back here, right? So now we have the video scripts on all of these guys. So now we need these video scripts. So here we go. Introduction video. This is it. This is it. So it's like, okay, cool. Now what do I do? Right. So I jump back into GFunnel. I switch into my account. Now I'm in my account. Oh, it thinks that I'm still John Smith. Let me log out. Let me log back in. Okay. Now let's say I'm in my account. Let me just go to my actually profile. Now I can either just come right here, right? And I can select the apps. I can select them, right? Or I can come into tools and resources, and our new application module will have them and have the ability for you to select them. If you're like, well, what do you mean? I'll show you. Again, built within Lovable. Everything that you can see, the front end piece, not the back end details, right? But the front end piece for beauty, for navigation, for XYZ is built into a vibe code type stage so you can do rapid deployment. You want to do rapid deployment. So I'll give you an example. So this is for an owner. So if you're an owner, do you really care where it's built? No, you care about performance, you care about action, and you care about speed. You care about correctness. That's what you care about. Again, the equilibrium matches that thing every single time. Okay, that's what you care about. Meaning, I want this done and put onto the market. I don't care how it's done, just do it. Well, if you're a creator, that gives you an advantage. You have the tools and resources that you need to be able to create, as well as all of the systems to be able to create, all within GFunnel. You don't have to go out, you don't have to look, you don't have to do any of those things, all within GFunnel. So then when you access it, okay, so you access it, and I'll show you. As a creator, boom, we implemented a custom application platform, custom. So can we do the same thing for you? Of course. Do you want it as an owner? Yes, I want it. Perfect. Let's draw out the processes, blueprint. Let's get the ideas, gather data. Let's plug in the equilibrium, organization. Does that make sense? It follows the same strategies, the same principles, and everything that we teach. Okay. Now, again, if you didn't have it, you can just come right here. You click on Add Apps, and you would see adding apps. We have scrapers that are going to be going out to add specific apps for every single profile. So you can say, what are the true apps that I use? If it's N8N, add it to your dashboard, right? It says I'm not logged in because this will be embedded. This is the new one. If it's up here, this is the old one. You just come here and you add it, right? So that way you have all of the apps. That being said, so let's say you didn't have it, right? We're going to just pull it up. Okay, so here we go. Here's our HeyGen. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get, so this again creates videos. Okay, creates videos. So we're going to come back here, the journey. Okay, we're going to grab this guy. So we have this introduction, this. And I'll say, can you separate all of them for me? Question mark. I'm going to use HeyGen as my tool and want to prompt it correctly. Oops, not a question mark. Let's just say that, right? So now I do this, it's going to go and create the scripts for me, and I'm going to plug it into HeyGen, right? Or Synthesia, or any of the apps. There's multiple ones to choose from based on what you're going to do, okay? You're going to find the avatar, and you're going to come in and create it. So we're going to come in, we're going to create a new project, we're going to click on the folder, right? In this specific folder, we're going to call it The Journey, okay? The Journey, because that's what we're building, The Journey, okay? So now we're going to build it. Here's a project for us called The Journey. We're going to enter this guy. Okay, so now this is what we're going to be working on. So let me jump into video agents. Okay, and I say, okay, I want a video agent. Let's find who would be the best for this. Okay, and I can search. I can say, okay, who would be the very best person? Who would resonate the very, very best? So for creators, don't you think this guy might be good? Maybe, right? Maybe this guy, right? Maybe, right? For owners, don't you think this guy would be good? Yeah, there's some resonation there, right? For connectors, right? So we're looking for sales connectors. So I think we already found it. I think we found our people, okay? So first one we're going to do is kind of that friendly person. Here we go. Here's our friendly. There's our creators. Let's click on them, okay? Now we're going to say, okay, well, how do we want them to be? This one, face first, or this one, style, right? This one's educational. This one's more of a style. Okay, so now if somebody comes in, I'm going to do two different things. So I'm going to say, welcome. This one looks a little bit better. So here we go. Okay, now this one is for, we'll just do this one. This one is for the creators. So I'd come back here. Okay. Oops, it didn't. Let's try it again. If it still didn't do it, we'll do it. So AI, oh my gosh, it's not fast enough for us. It's not good enough for us. It's not any of those things. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Just saying. Just saying. If you're like, I don't know. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that it does. It's pretty freaking good. Okay. It's going to come in there. It's going to do all of these things. Boom. We got a script. It's going to run it. It's going to pretty it for me. Okay. It's going to make sure it's all good. It's going to make sure it's all great. And then we're going to have it. You're going to see something really cool that we're doing. So now that we're doing this, let's just check really quick. So let's check what we got, right? Let's check how the progress is. Let's check if it's here. Let's just see. Right, let's just see. Here you go. Your business is missing things that were never created, right? Create a free account. Now I'm going to ask it. I'm going to say, I feel, right, that we need the ability to capture via, so we're going to tell what type of sales funnel do we actually need. We need it to have the ability to capture leads while giving them something like a carrot, right? A lead magnet. Capture leads with a lead magnet. There we go. What's so valuable that people will say yes to give me their email? Because think of it as like this energy exchange, right? Energy exchange. If I came to you and I say, let me get your email, give me it. You're gonna say, well, screw you. But if I said, hey, you want $1,000? You're gonna say, what do you mean? Like, give me your email, I'll give you $1,000. What's gonna happen? You're gonna say, what's the catch? Versus, let me dive forward. Let me give you my email. You're gonna say, what's the catch? Just want your freaking email. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, maybe. Let me test. Let me just explore. Let me put in a fake email. Let me, right? So what's gonna happen? That's the process. So you have to make it a few different things. So first, you can't make it like, I'm going to give you $1,000 just for your email. That's stupid. People do it. Marketers do it all the time. Do they get the email? Sure. But they're going to get fake emails every time. You have a fake email? You do. I do. I have tons of them. If you just notice, I just created a fake email on the screen. Everybody has fake emails. So when you're doing lead generation, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a fake email. You're not going to get responses. Your open rate's going to suck. It's going to hurt your emails. It's going to have this boom, boom, boom. Why? You're overextending, which the equilibrium makes it so you don't. So it'll test it. It'll test it every single time. It'll test it. It'll make sure. And you want to make sure prior to, right? Prior to launch. You want to make sure it's well tested. So this way, if you spend dollars, let's say you have nothing, then you do direct marketing. You do the things to make it so you do have something. It's not like I don't have anything, I'm never gonna. You do it, okay? And when you put that piece, that chess move, when you say I'm doing paid advertisement, imagine if all your systems were aligned, where you only had to spend like $1 a day or $3 a day. It's the same as like, sorry, a cup of coffee is almost like freaking $10 a day now. Let's just say theoretically now you did that. They're coming in, the emails are all clean. It's people that are actually interested in what you're doing. It's people that are going in and using your channels. It's people that are going in and getting the education. It's people that are identifying themselves. It's people that are grabbing the value, using the value, and eventually, based off of all of those different touch points, 32 of them, all of those different touch points, they say, you know what? Yes, that's a good idea. Let's go. Yes. And they come into your system. That's the purpose. You're doing it right. You're not going to do it quick. You're not going to do it quick like, come make $10,000 off your first 3 days, right? Like some bullshit thing like these gurus teach. Why? Because it only works for a little bit, and then your customers, your users, your viewers, they start looking, they say, what is this bullshit? No, I don't trust it. It's a scam. It's XYZ. But if you have your processes done right, then you get these people that come in that are just massive enterprises that say, I see that you have your processes right. And you're like, yes. And you rub your beard. You have to have a beard for it. You rub your beard and you say, yes, I did. It's like, well, I'd like to do business, right? And you're thinking $10,000, it's going to be huge. And they're like, my proposition is I will give you $500,000 to do XYZ. And you're just blown away. Wow. You're like, for doing the same thing? Oh, wow. Right? Like that's usually what happens. Right? Have you had that? Have you experienced that? No, you haven't, because you don't have the processes done right. Simple, like simple. And if you're like, well, Kim, well, you didn't, right? Like, because that's the next thing. Well, you didn't do it. It's like, come on now, you know better. You know better. Yes, you know better. Don't test it. You know better, right? We have the processes there to show you know better. That being said, follow the processes. Now let's jump in. Okay, so here we go. Your brand is missing things that were never created. Stop guessing, start creating. Okay, so here you go. Here's something, right? Now we're going to see. I feel like the ability to capture leads is a lead magnet. I do want to follow the equilibrium. Okay, so let's just say that. Okay, we want to lead capture. Do we want to keep people to create their page, to create their free account? We can, right? I mean, technically we could just have this, but what we're going to be running into is people coming here, right? Which we can track. People coming to our next stage, which we can track. We can track all those things. Now the question is when do we actually capture the correct email? When do we actually capture it, right? When do we actually do it? Okay, and we're going to ask, follow the equilibrium, should we have a lead magnet? Is it something that's good? Okay, do we want to give them a free equilibrium guide to become a creator? Okay, why not? What? Why not? But how do we get them it? They become a member. So they still have to access it, right? Because we're going to give it to them at stage number 1 once they create their account. So let's give them it. Weird. Weird how the math knew exactly what to do, right? So where should we do? Let's do both. Okay. Review. So now we know, right? We're going to give them the equilibrium. This very same thing that I'm showing you, the very same system that I'm doing. We're going to give them that. And if you're like, oh, wait, Cam. That equilibrium has some value, and you promised that these people would be members, and that's the only way that they're going to get it. And it's like, yeah, as I promised, so shall it be. All right, very easy. So now what happens is they request it. So they're going to be a CTA. It's going to then, they're going to click on it, right, to be able to get that guide. Create a free account to get your guide, right, because we're going to give them it. What is it? We're going to give them it. It's the most powerful thing in business. It's the most powerful thing in creation. It's the most powerful thing being an owner. It's the most powerful thing connecting with people. It is the most powerful thing. That's what we're selling them on. The lead magnet. It is the most powerful thing. It's going to create the most amount of success for you, the most amount of wins for you. It's going to make the inevitable or the impossible inevitable. Do people want that? Well, yeah, that's some value there. Do they want it for free? Sure. Will they actually give a good email? Yes. Here's why. They actually want it sent to them. Does that make sense? Like, they want it. They want it sent to them. And what they're thinking is that I'm going to send them an email. That's what they're thinking. That's the psychology, the thought process. I'm going to send them an email. The reality is you're going to create a free account. That's the reality. Free account. When you create that free account, guess what you do? You go through the details. Do you really want it? Do you really want it? And if the answer is, yeah, I do. Amazing. Welcome in. Here you go. Cheers. Now they created a free account. You onboarded them, right? They're onboarded. They're already starting their journey. They're already within your courses, and they're already ready to start. They have the documentation that shows them exactly how to win. They went through the things because we have to determine how they're going to win, if that makes sense, because the onboarding process is like a actually I'm going to remove it. You'll see. I'll do a few things here, okay? But the what they're going to receive aligns entirely with what they're going to get. All of the processes end up making sense, and they're not sold on the idea of money, 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 money. Okay? They're not sold on that idea. So, that being said, that's exactly what we're doing. Okay? So, software, the creator path. Service, the owner path. Partner is the connector path. Okay? We'll have it embedded in there so people know exactly what it is. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to match, because I have to match things, right? So we have these videos that are being created. Let's just double check that. Okay, so if you notice, we're doing quite a few things. I'm creating confusion. Not really. I'm creating complexity, which is part of the strategy. Okay, so this way, even if you're watching, you probably can't keep up with what we're doing. Probably. But you can see what's being done, right? Which is kind of cool. Okay, so this one looks like it's still going. It's still rocking. As soon as this one's rocking, we're going to grab this, verify all. Oh, it did a script on every single one. Cool. I like that. Okay, I like that. I only needed the intro, so I didn't identify it enough, but it's going to create a script for every single one. Great. I'll throw it over here, and we'll get the users to do X, Y, Z, right? I'll do that, okay? Next thing, let's make sure it matches. So this is the matching. This is the matching point, okay? So if I come here, there's a few matching points that I need to make sure happen. So number one, I need it to look somewhat like this, the website. A little bit like this, okay? Because of the flow coming in. I need it to look something like this. Number two, so let's just log out really quick, okay? So let me jump into GFunnel, and I'll just log out really quick. Here, and I'm here. Okay, so let's say I'm right here, okay? I'm right here. Let's say I start for free. This is another landing page. I have to kind of make it look like this too, right? So I have to kind of make it look like this a little bit, okay? So we're going to go like this, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to take a quick little screenshot of this guy, okay? So I'll just put entire page, boom. Okay, so now I'll come right back over here to here, okay? And I will say, actually, I want them to create their free account to get this, period. This is what our sign up looks like. Please match the style. Period. Okay, so here we go. I would add this guy, come here as an attachment. Okay, it should have taken a picture. It did not. Let me just make sure. I need to save this. And if you're like, well, what is this? Okay, what are you using here to take this picture cam? Right? What is it that you're using here? It's something called Nimbus. and we white label Nimbus as a note taker. Okay, that's just one of the few things that we have. That's what I'm using here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to get this. Okay, and now let's just say this is it. Oh, I did create it. It just didn't load. Okay, there we go. And now I'm just going to mark this as a plan. Okay. The next things that I need to do is I need to track this. So if you didn't do this already and you're building this system, okay, this is how you start. Okay, so you have this, you have it built, right? You're right here and you're like, okay, Cam, I like it. Now what? Right? If you ever get to that point, this is how easy it is. You jump back, applications, go to that diagram that you were simply building, okay? And I'll just jump in. Go into a sales and marketing piece, right? And you're following the steps. These are the exact steps that you have, right? If you have access to the modules within, you would have access to these exact steps. And you would know the meaning because of the videos. You would know the meaning of what direction creation is, organization creation in the guide. You would know those. This is, again, the shepherd's analogy. This is the visual process. If you notice, it's the same type of thing. We gathered information, we created, we're bringing it back to our database, and we're repeating, right? That's our thought. New thought, gather information. That's what we did. So again, followed the same thing. I have all of the video scripts now, if you can see. All the video scripts done, okay? So I have every script for those pieces. So let's just jump in and let's start there. So product index, let me just see. Product index, okay. Owner connector, let's just see if there's an introduction. Improvement cycles, okay, cool. Let's just do this. Can you create me introduction videos, welcoming them to GFunnel, and to either schedule a discovery call or to continue forward on their journey. Okay, so now I'm just going to click that guy. Okay, so I click that guy, and now just in case, it's probably here, but there's a lot and I don't want to read them, right? I'll just make it be more perfect right here. And then we're going to go in and we're going to build these guys. Okay, so now, do we have this? Let's just see. Oh, we have this, right? Oh my gosh, is it there? I don't know. Let's refresh this guy. It's still dark. It doesn't look like it matches. Let's make it match. It doesn't look like it matches. And if we want, we can go one step further, right? So this is like the style in a sense of the dashboard. We can go one sentence further. Let me just log out really quick so you can see it. I'll just do this. I'll go entire piece. And then I'll stop. That's fine. That's enough, right? I'm going to grab this guy so that way, again, we have a brand. So it matches our brand on most levels, okay? We're going to grab this, add this. I add that. I've added the onboarding look as well as the homepage normal. So you have a reference. Okay, let's add this guy just in case, because again, AI can work and AI can be beautiful, but sometimes it's a little behind. Okay, so there we go. So now it's going to do just that. It's going to look at these things and it's going to find match the style. So we're looking at the style. So this should turn into that piece, right? And now I have a landing page that could work. I know normally on a sales process is one here, one here, one here. It doesn't quite work, right? So we'll organize this to be an exact sales process so that way we can implement. So here we go. The overhaul pages like that, lead capture only. Let's do that. Entire website. There we go. So this will work as one page, just like that, right? And we'll make it an easy transition. So they come in, and then they come into here, and we'll have two types of tracking here. Okay, this allows us to have two different actions, two different people coming in. We can say, oh, this is one it entered here, and this is two it entered here, right? We can absolutely do that, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so now again, what are we building? So let's just jump right here. Okay, so now we had our website, right? Let's say we don't have a website, that's fine. We have our landing page. Okay. Our landing page is now being created. That landing page brings people to a CTA. CTA, we need to be able to capture data, meaning if I jump back here, I need to gather information. I need to gather it one way or another. And some people are going to have buying temperature and move forward. Some people aren't going to have buying temperature and move forward. It varies, right? And now the question is do I want to email them? No. If their email sucks, I don't want to email them. Do I want to email them? The answer might be, well, yeah. Right, so now it just varies. Do I want to be able to capture that information and send it over there? If the answer is yes, let's do it, okay? So now let's capture them. So if I am sending people here, and oh my gosh, it's going too slow, there's gaps, right? And there's gaps, and there's gaps, okay? So now we have this. Stop guessing and start this. My suggestion would probably be do a video, right? And people are kind of like, what does this mean, right? Stop guessing, start creating. Your brand is missing things that were never created, right? It does this. Create an account. Now I can ask it, let's be more specific on the create the desire is to get the equilibrium. They get this by creating a free account. I add that. Okay, so now it is in queue. So now it'll come in, it'll change again, we'll have the textures to match in a sense, right? Looks like this is a little bit of wording, okay? I don't want to even pitch these guys. So maybe I can edit this. Let's just edit this guy. Recount. The goal is not to pitch pricing. The goal is to collect their information. Account page with param and I can even send them to the setup page too. So there's quite a few things that I can do. So like technically, I can send in an API request where it creates a free account for them, right? And then when it creates a free account for them, what it does is automatically puts them into the setup. That's a pathway that can be done. The issue though is they still have to log in or create their account. So if I say go check your email, go verify it, that's a good step, right? But it has to be done. Okay, so let's just jump into here. And let's just make sure we have the right operations there. Okay, that's good. Check. Queue, now we'll queue it. Okay, so now I'm just queuing it. And then sure enough, it's going to now build me out a market ready product. Okay, and I can come in and I can make the tweaks that I need to do. I just make the tweaks through Lovable, and it goes from there. Okay, the next piece I come in, so now it has all of this stuff, and I say, can you create ad copy for all of these, for the journeys, question mark. Okay, it's going to have all of the information needed, basically, right? Basically, so then it's going to create some ad copy. Okay, I could wait here if this ad copy isn't good and defined. I can wait for this to be more better defined, if that makes sense, right? And then from there, I'm just going to guide people down this. So they're either going to come one, which is software, right? One. They're going to come into services, which is one, right? We create what's missing, or we create what your business is missing. AI accelerated teams, 9 departments, that delivery, 3x faster and 70% less than traditional agencies. And you own everything we create. Isn't that crazy? Right? So you own everything that we create. Okay? Start for free, upgrade to services when ready. So now people can start for free and go in. There we go. Get the garlic equilibrium for free, right? So now I'll update this. I'll change it. Okay, so if I come here, it wants to create a free account. Not doing it right. Okay, so here we go. I updated this. So I should say the only CTAs should be to get all right, and I'm not talking, but I'm just typing so that way you guys should see it. So the steps are create a free account, customize your equilibrium, comma, and then access it without a free connected. Okay. So what I'm doing here, and I'll just kind of explain even the strategy for the creator. I'll explain the strategy just a little bit. Okay. What I'm doing here is, if you've ever read the book, like here, kind of step back. Have you ever read the book, The Art of War? So one piece in The Art of War is you're organizing, let's say it's a debate. You're organizing a inevitable victory, and at the very end, you give somebody a gateway to leave. The golden bridge. And by giving him that golden bridge, the person's going to go forward based off of pride and ego. Or they're going to abandon ship because they understand what it is. You can give them that same process within here. And that's what I just shared, right? Is I want them to create it to get the equilibrium. That's what I want. They don't know what it is. It's unique. I can build content and branding all around the equilibrium, and then I can connect it into a software without selling software. But that is basically what we're doing. It's create your free account, customize your equilibrium, right? And then access it. right? It's free with an implemented journey connected to it. So they get free with a course connected and XYZ connected to it. It's like, here's the value of every process to ever win. So it creates curiosity. And here's the journey to do it. And then while they're doing it, you say, okay, cool. Well, who are you? Are you the owner? We'll do it for you. Are you the creator? Teach you how to create based off the tools and the systems that we have, right? Or are you a connector? Great. We'll teach you how to implement those and to gain passive income, right? Because there's different places, different place. So now you just organize it so that way the campaign and the methodology can be unified. And if you unify it, you bring in users, you're pushing your message, you're doing all of these things at the exact same time. If you know chess, that process means checkmate. And again, you don't see the process yet, but that's okay. That's why we teach them. Okay, so that is it. And then from there, once this guy's done, this guy's created me my ad copy, right? So once this guy's created me my ad copy, again, I would just jump in here. Right here, I'm jumping, right? And I would say, okay, what do I need, right? What is it that I actually need? So the first thing is Google Tag Manager. So let's jump in. I need some tracking. And if you're like, oh, I didn't know that I needed tracking, right? I didn't know, okay? Well, again, you're bringing them in here, right, from the landing page. This landing page is going up to sign up, okay? We might as well, so again, it's separate from the page. We might as well collect information here, right? Collect. We might as well do it, okay? Why? We're gonna collect it regardless. Might as well just collect it. It stops a gap. Okay, we're gonna collect some data. We're gonna send it here through the psychology. We're gonna tell them what it is. They put their name in. We send it, and then it goes, okay, create your account to access. Right? I can even change the methodology in the top. Create your account to access. They just create their account, and then it goes into the survey. And then sure enough, it custom builds. Custom build your setup. It's same relevance, same system, same everything. Okay. So anyways, we have now this. Let's jump this out, okay? This is now dynamic in a sense because we have 3 paths, okay? So now we have 3 paths, okay? The next thing that we need to do is we need to track things. So we're going to track things. So if we had 3 tracks, we're going to be tracking things. So the best thing to do is have a Google Tag Manager or custom build your own, right? Google Tag Manager is just like a envelope, if that makes sense. It's a little envelope that allows Google to index your stuff, which is good. It's good for them. It's good for you. Okay. But now you can come in. People can, when they land on the page, there's Google Tag Manager, right? What this means, you're going to do a specific one for each branch. Okay. Creator, owner, comma, and then you're going to do the connector. Different one for each branch. Why? Right? Because you're going to do the same thing. Why you're going to do that is because then you can do a different marketing strategy for each branch. Because again, your marketing, you're going to have this, right? Let's just bring this here. You're going to have the way in which traffic is designed. Traffic. The way in which traffic comes in. The next thing that you're going to have is up here, this guy right here. Okay. You're going to have, we'll just call this paid ads. Paid ads. You're going to have some paid ads. Paid ads are going to drive traffic into those landing pages. Those landing pages are going to collect information. That information is going to be then distributed out. Okay. Very simple dash easy to do if done right. Okay. But just know Google Tag Manager, and you're going to connect these pages. Okay. What is the best? I'll just put a little dotted line here. Nope, I'll just connect it. Okay, here we go. We'll just do dotted line for data. Okay, cool. So now how do we do this, right? So now we have this. We have a landing page, right? Landing page is done. We have our content all done. Our ad copy is all done, right? So we can come in and we can say, okay, let's start creating them step by step, one by one, right? So what I would do is first I would come into here, Google Tag Manager. Okay, the reason I would come into Google Tag Manager is because you can add a lot of stuff to it. I'll show you. Okay, so Google Tag Manager, I would create an account, right? GFunnel, and I would put, for that specific account, I would call this one because I believe it is a container setup. Let me just check. Container name, account name. Yeah, let's just do that. And I'll just do this one as GFunnel creators, GFunnel creator. Okay. And I'll do this one. Container website is gfunnel.com plus its sources. I would do web, create. Okay, I would agree. Okay, you have to understand the privacy policies, processing terms, how the information is done. Meaning, if somebody comes in, Google gains their information. That's why Google is so valuable and good. Okay, let's go that. Okay, and now here's the pixels. Okay, so then I would say, okay, let me copy this guy. Copy. I'd come over here. I would say this is for the creator's journey. Okay, I would jump back. So we have Google Tag Manager for the creator's journey, and we have the other one, right? That's for that one. Now I can come back here. I should be able to, like, again, we have this one, creators. We have this one, container. Let's add another container. Okay, and I just did that wrong, but that's okay. I'll end up connecting them. This one, the same thing. We can just say it's gfunnel.com, and we'll do container name. This one is for the owners. So this one's owner's journey, owner journey, the owner journey. Okay. And if you're like, how do I do this? All of this stuff would be, of course, within the course. All of this. So that way you understand each and every step. You can dive deeper on each and everything. And they're all there. Okay. Next, so I grab this guy, I copy this guy, I'm going to add it. Right. And this one is for the owner's journey. See, and I'm just connecting these guys. Paste. Okay. Then I come back here. So now we have that one. I would jump back to our admin, click on this guy, right? And then we have GFunnel creators, right? Well, where did we go? Let's just double check. Admin, sorry.
Unknown caller.
Now I'm in the admin side. I would come in here, right? So we have creator's journey. We have this one. Let's create another container, right? And this one is our connectors. Connector journey. Okay. Let's just do that. Create. Boom. Let's copy this guy. Copy that guy over. Boom. Okay. And then I'm just going to add this guy right here. Okay. So now what I did is I have all the tracking. Okay. Let me just submit that guy. Tracking is there. You know, embed all that tracking. I don't need to do a pixel. I don't need to touch this thing anymore. I don't need to jump to Lovable. I don't need to say, well, what should I do? I just need to do this one time.
Unknown caller.
Same people keep calling. Let me just message them. Okay, so we're going to do this. Good. So far, have you learned a lot? I know it's long form content, but did you learn a lot so far? Hopefully. Okay. Again, I'm just going to show you how to go to market. So, and you can do it within, like, we can be almost market ready and just testing the integrations within 100 minutes. Something that takes people like 4 weeks to 6 months to do a new campaign. And I'm doing 3 campaigns at the exact same time. So 3 campaigns at the exact same time, 3 ad sets at the exact same time, 3 trainings at the exact same time. I'm doing a lot, okay? Doing a lot, okay? At the exact same time. Okay, so I'm cutting in probably 3 months worth of work right now, okay? That's what I'm showing you. This, right? Added routing, added the tag managers, now it's there, cleans up the unmounts, great, now we're good. Okay, so added those information, we have this information, we can then add tags in this information. We don't need to yet though, okay? But jumping back, so let's jump back real quick. We now have our tracking done because there's going to be a few pieces of tracking. There's going to be a Google Tag Manager here, a container, right? And then also for anyone who comes right there is another container, right? So we have a container there and a container there. What this allows for us to do is it allows us to do custom audiences, okay? When somebody does sign up, so let's say I sign up, right? Or I collect data. At that point, we can do something called, I believe it is a CPAI. But basically what it is, it's a CAPI. There we go, CAPI, right? It's a custom audience, basically custom audience API interaction, which you can plug into Lead Connector to integrate. So this way you can have all of your systems and everything done, okay? I know that sounds like a little bit of complexity. That's why we'll dive into on the tracking systems, how to set up your tracking properly, okay? Again, this will be the most valuable course that probably somebody could get because I teach you how to build every landing page, every system, everything that you could ever dream of within the course. Okay, it's pretty awesome. This is called the creator's journey. Everything. You have a new idea, this is how you start. You have this is what you do, right? That's in a sense what we do. So let's follow this process really quick, okay? So we do this, then we're going to put in there, we're going to put in account creation, right? I'll just put create account. Actually, they sign up. This is their setup survey. Okay. So they come into here, setup survey, right? And then after their setup survey, they are directed. So now they are directed in their journey. Why I do a journey like this? Let's just say, right? Because at any time, this person can do, if they're ready, they can schedule discovery. If they're not ready, then they don't schedule a discovery until they are ready. So this way it's organizing it based off of when people are ready based upon their touch points, okay? If they do this, again, we come in and we're going to sell them on products, sell them on services, sell them on XYZ. But most importantly is we're going to build out a plan for them to be able to create. And we're going to show them how to create it, okay? Number two, on the journey, right? What is the journey? So I come in, I get access to that journey. There's going to be a creator journey, creators, so creator, owner, connector. I'm bringing them into a system, and now I'm saying, let me guide you through what it's like to be one of these. If it's an owner, what are you going to do? First thing you're going to do is you're going to decide based off of where you're currently at, if you're ready to delegate. And what I mean by that readiness to delegate, you're going to jump in and you're going to see, like, are you ready to hire somebody to do all of the work for your business, the social media, the marketing, and all of these things, right? You're going to see it, and it's going to be approached and pitched, and the person's already going to be in the ecosystem to see everything. They're going to see it, and it's going to be a clean transition to be able to start. So now I can expand on that. I can offer website services, taking them on the same system. I can offer social media services down the same system, automation services down the same system, every detail. I can offer them like a fractional COO position down the same system. I can offer them a fractional CTO down the same system, a fractional CDO down the same system. Every aspect and every cell can now come down the exact same parable, the exact same system, and it categorizes, places them, and creates a journey for each and every person so they have this unique experience. And now if I'm a CEO, what am I going to do? I'm going to schedule a discovery call, right? If I'm not a CEO and I want to do stuff myself, what am I going to do? I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the process. Deeper. You're funneling people in. GFunnel, funneling people down this deep, dark path of creating process of either three things: becoming the creator, being the owner, or connecting. All of those play a very key role, and I'll explain it. I always put the creators as the top. Without them, nothing is possible. I put the owners as next. Owners give direction on that creation. They're the observer, they give direction. And I put the connections under them, or the connectors under them. Still need them, still here. They're going to connect and sell for usually the owners, or they're going to connect and sell usually for the creators. It creates this interconnectedness. And then that's part of the win. That's part of the systems. That's part of the teachings. That's part of everything. So now imagine you're going through a process, and that process not only helps you, not only makes it so you win, not only allows you to create, not only allows you to have the competitive edge over every single opponent, because your opponents are going to come through this.
Cameron Garlic.
Not only does it do that, but that's how you win without actually trying to win. Okay? And now, if you haven't done so, depending on where you're at, create your free account. If you haven't done so, continue to the next step. If you haven't done so, do it, because, it just comes back to the question. Do you actually want to win? Do you want to win without overstepping? Do you want to win without the means of losing? Do you want to win without even trying to win? If you do, create yourself a free GFunnel account. I would love to serve you and love to ensure that you win. That being said, my name's Cam Garlic. If you don't know me, come meet me.